Today is not an ordinary day. Something very profound has changed in the atmosphere of your home. I know you've been silently searching for an answer, and that's why I've stopped here. You don't need to explain anything to me, because I've heard every one of your nightly requests. Stay with me for a moment, because what is about to happen in your family is not a coincidence. This is the visit you've been waiting for, to restore your life. Sometimes we think that to receive a special visit, we must have everything in order, the house clean, and the perfect words prepared. But today I want to speak to you from the heart. I know every corner of your life, even those you try to hide for fear of judgment. I haven't come to your door like a stranger asking permission to enter, but like someone who has cared for you since before the first brick of your house was laid. This message is for you, who have felt your words lost in the ceiling. While the world sleeps, your whispers have reached my ears clearly. I've seen you try to maintain composure at work or in front of others, while inside you carry a weight that seems to crush you. I don't care about religious formulas or whether your faith today is as small as a grain of sand. What matters to me is your sincerity. Many people mistake faith for a bargaining chip, as if they could buy their well-being with perfect prayers. But true connection is trust. It's that outstretched hand in the darkness, even when you're unsure who will take it. Today I tell you that this trust is a key that unlocks doors you thought were sealed forever. I don't look at you with disappointment because of your doubts or the times you feel unworthy. My presence doesn't depend on you reaching a level of perfection, but on my love for you in any condition. I am here, in the midst of your chaos, in the midst of your doubts and your unanswered questions. I am not someone distant observing from a remote throne. I am a friend who appears when a crisis hits hard, not after everything is resolved. You probably feel ashamed of family arguments or problems no one else knows about. Perhaps you think that if I saw what really goes on behind closed doors, I'd walk away. Nothing could be further from the truth. I've been there for every tear shed in secret, and every harsh word spoken out of exhaustion. Your fragility doesn't surprise me. Your resilience moves me. Remember the story of that important man who, despite his position, knelt down to ask for help for his daughter? Along the way, there were distractions and devastating news. He was told it was too late, that he shouldn't bother anyone anymore. Does this sound familiar? Perhaps the world has told you that your situation is hopeless or that time has run out for you. But my answer remains the same. Don't let fear control you. Simply trust and keep walking with me. Even though others may be mourning your dreams or have already written off your family piece, I enter that lifeless room and take your situation by the hand. What others call the end, I call a new beginning. There are situations in your life that aren't dead. They're simply waiting for the right word to awaken. Even if you feel like that man everyone pointed out for his mistakes, the one who felt alone and rejected because of his own choices, today I want to tell you that my intention is to have dinner at your table. I'm not looking for those who think they have it all figured out. I'm looking for those who, in their solitude, dare to look up, searching for a sign. Write in the comments, I accept this visit into my home, to reaffirm your openness to this message. I'm here because I saw how you try to hide, thinking you weren't enough to get a response. No matter how many people have ignored you, I have stood right in front of your need. Your house will never feel empty or heavy again, because I have brought with me the solution you were looking for. Stay until the end of this reflection, because today the cycles that have kept you stuck for years are broken. Sometimes, like that man who had to climb a tree to try to see me in the crowd, you too have felt that life has left you in a corner, small and voiceless. Perhaps you feel that the noise of the world and your own mistakes have distanced you so much that you are no longer worthy of being noticed. But today I want you to know something. I don't pass by a heart that seeks me with sincerity. I have stopped before you, and I call you by name. I don't expect you to settle your debts, or to apologize to everyone, or to achieve perfection that religion sometimes demands. Just as I entered the house of that man everyone pointed at, today I choose to enter yours, just as it is. Your messiness and your failings don't shock me. What matters to me is your desire for real change. Many believe they must cleanse their lives before inviting me in, but it is precisely my presence that brings clarity. My love is not a reward for good behavior. It is the embrace that empowers you to be better. When I sit at your table, transformation occurs naturally, not out of obligation, but because you feel deeply loved and valued for the first time. I want your home to be like that place where I used to relax with my closest friends. It wasn't a perfect house, but it was an open house. There, we spoke freely, shared bread, and found comfort. I don't need you to live in a dream mansion to manifest myself. I love the everyday, the simple things, even your moments of weariness on the sofa after a long day. I have heard your pleas for help. You have asked for clarity in your decisions, peace of mind, and restoration for your loved ones. But I want you to understand something important. I am not sending you these blessings like a package in the mail. I am carrying them with me. What you truly need is my constant presence. You need to feel that when everyone else is asleep and the silence grows heavy, I am there, holding you. I haven't come to judge you or hand you a list of your failures. I've come as the friend who believes in you when you've stopped believing in yourself. I've come to cover you with a blanket of acceptance, allowing you to be vulnerable, letting your tears flow without needing to explain. Write in the comments, my home is a place of peace and restoration. I know you're worried about the future of your loved ones. You've seen patterns in your family that seem to repeat themselves. Sorrows passed down from parents to children, difficulties that seem endless, and cycles of pain that leave you feeling powerless. But today, as I enter your home, I bring with me the authority to say, enough is enough. I am drawing a line in the spiritual realm to protect your lineage. What burdened your ancestors need not be the legacy of your children. I am breaking the heaviness you felt upon waking and replacing it with a calm that is independent of external circumstances. My peace does not mean that problems will magically disappear, but rather that you now have the assurance that nothing is beyond my control. You fought grueling battles using only your strength and human wisdom, and I understand why you feel overwhelmed. But you no longer have to carry the burden of holding everything together on your own. Let me take charge of the situations that keep you up at night. If you identify with this message, I invite you to subscribe, share this reflection with someone who needs hope today, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if this message touched your life and you wish to express gratitude, the super thank you button is available below the video. It's not a donation, but an act of spiritual thanksgiving. The angels honor every gesture made with faith. Let heaven see your response. Today I take my rightful place in your home so that you can finally rest. It doesn't matter if you feel like your family is falling apart or the emptiness in that chair hurts every morning. My authority is establishing order right now. I have come to close the doors that the enemy used to steal your peace and to put up a protective fence that nothing can cross. Stay with me, for I am walking through every room of your house to bless what you thought was lost. I want you to understand something vital. I have not called you to fight these battles alone. No matter what your family structure is today, I am the foundation, the protector, and the sustainer of your home. As I take my place as the head of your household, the chaos begins to recede. You don't need to have all the answers right away, because I am the one bringing order to confusion and silencing the voices that steal your sleep. I know there have been times when, without realizing it, you allowed bitterness, unforgiveness, or discouragement to open doors that shouldn't have been open. I mention this not to judge you, but to give you the authority to close them. Today we seal those entrances. I am placing protection on your threshold, a spiritual boundary that conflict and darkness cannot cross. Your home is not invisible to me. I know your exact address and the name of every person who lives under your roof. You don't need to wear a mask with me. In your living room, in your kitchen, sitting at your table, I listen to you with complete attention. You can admit that you're exhausted, that you feel anger, or that you're deeply disappointed. My love is capable of holding your rawest truth. What I can't transform is a religious facade that tries to keep me at a distance. But when you open up and let me see who you truly are, that's where the real healing begins. I see the photos on your walls, those memories of days when laughter was more frequent. I see the projects you left unfinished because your strength gave out. I don't look at you with disappointment at the neglect or the mess. I understand you've been in survival mode. I'm exactly where I want to be, by your side, without rushing, without looking at the clock, giving you my full presence. Write in the comments, God blesses every corner of my house. Right now, my presence walks through the halls of your home. I bless your kitchen, the place where you prepare food and where the simplest conversations arise. May sustenance and peace never be lacking at your table. I bless the bedrooms, the spaces of rest and vulnerability. I declare that the sleep that will restore you will be deep and that worries will have no power over your nights. I bless your living room, where the family gathers. I am restoring unity and bringing back the laughter that stress had silenced. I even bless those moments of solitude behind closed doors, where your tears have been your only prayer. My presence is like an oil that fills everything, displacing fear with love, anxiety with calm, and scarcity with provision. And for those you love who seem far from my path today, leave them in my hands. I have heard your pleas for them. I know how to reach their hearts. I know which chords to strike. And when the perfect moment is for their return, your task is to love them. Mine is to transform them. The promises I made to you years ago have not expired. They were not your illusions. They were seeds that are now beginning to sprout. If you believe this is a time for your restoration, subscribe to continue strengthening your faith. Share this message to bless another family. And tell us in the comments what area of your home needs more light today. The promises I made to you have no expiration date. What I told you in private will be revealed in public. I know the wait has been long and tiring, but while you were resting, I was organizing every detail in your favor. Today I am not coming for a visit. I am coming to establish my home in yours, so that scarcity and conflict lose their authority. Watch this video until the end, because I'm revealing the purpose behind every door that closed in your path. It's natural that the passage of time has made you doubt. Perhaps you thought you misheard yourself, or that your dreams were mere illusions. But my words are certain and guaranteed. I've come to your home to activate what has been dormant, to bring to life the plans that seem to have stopped forever. I understand this waiting period has felt endless, like you're standing before a locked door. But I want you to know that I hold the key, and I've been working tirelessly behind scenes. I've been mobilizing people, preparing resources, and aligning the perfect timings, so that when the door finally opens, nothing can stop your progress. Very soon, you'll look back and realize that every delay was, in fact, a safeguard. Your home is not just where you sleep. It's the base of operations for your life's greatest purposes. From your table and your living room, legacies will begin to take shape that will bless future generations. Today, I am setting your home apart and anointing every corner, so that your family may walk in the destiny I have prepared. I haven't come as a guest who leaves after a while. I've come to stay. And since I now live with you, the atmosphere will be different. Conversations will be filled with wisdom. Decisions will be made with clarity. And love will be the common language. You no longer have to exhaust yourself trying to save your marriage, your finances, or your children with your own strength. Hand over the wheel, take a seat, and watch as my power accomplishes what your efforts could never achieve. Write in the comments, I trust in perfect timing for my home. I have come to heal wounds that have bled for years, betrayals that shattered your trust, words spoken in anger and emptiness that caused you pain. I am bringing complete restoration to every person under your roof. I don't do half measures. I bring full wholeness. I am breaking the burdens you were never meant to carry and removing the pressure to live up to others' expectations. You were created to walk in freedom and joy, not to live under the weight of guilt or fear. If you feel that the foundations of your family have cracks because of the past or the enemy's attack, remember that I am the master builder. I am repairing every flaw and strengthening the structure of your house on the solid rock of my truth. Where there was chaos and lack of direction, my presence brings order and structure, not through control, but through love. I am building bridges where there was isolation and softening hearts that had grown cold. You will see communication flow again and relationships you thought were lost strengthened. Furthermore, today I declare that the windows of heaven are opening over your finances. I am breaking the cycle of scarcity and releasing ideas that will generate abundance for you and those who come after you. My rule in your home means that peace, justice, and favor are now your new reality. If you feel a new season is beginning in your family, subscribe for more spiritual guidance. Share this message with someone who needs hope, and tell us in the comments what promise you're hoping to see fulfilled. Today I silence the voices that told you nothing would change, because my truth carries more weight than any lie you may have believed. I am not here just passing through. I am filling every room with a glory that makes possible what you considered impossible. From this moment on, the patterns of pain are broken, and the brightest chapter for your family begins. Stay with me until the end of this reflection, because the peace you're feeling right now is a sign that I've taken complete control. Often, the loudest noise doesn't come from outside, but from those inner voices or comments from others that claim you're stuck, that your family is somehow cursed, or that hope has run out. Today, as I entered your home, I came to silence each and every one of those attempts at discouragement. I'm breaking the pact you made with fear, and I'm freeing my voice, which is the only one that has a final say over your destiny. When my presence fills a space, the atmosphere becomes tangible. What was once heavy now feels light. What seemed incurable begins to heal. I don't love you for your performance, nor for how perfect your obedience is. I love you because my nature is love. That love doesn't fluctuate with your failures or withdraw when you make mistakes. It's there, covering you, even when you felt the silence was deafening and no one answered your cries. I want you to remember this moment as the day everything changed. It's not just a passing feeling. It's a spiritual activation for your lineage. The limitations that held your parents back no longer have power over your children. I am opening the rooms you kept closed out of shame or pain. Let me into that suppressed anger, that disappointment you try to deny. As you allow me into the darkest corners of your heart and your home, I will cleanse, restore, and establish a new order. My commitment to you is absolute. I will not give up on your loved ones, nor will I abandon your future. You can let go of control and stop trying to hold everything together with your weary hands. Now I will hold you up. I bring a transformation that rewrites the history of your home, a light that exposes the plans of darkness, and a joy that will return laughter to those rooms where, for so long, only weeping was heard. Write in the comments, I receive God's glory and peace in my home. This is not a casual conversation or a one-day encounter. What is happening right now is the establishment of my permanent authority in your home. I am bringing a victory that defeats any enemy that has been at war with your family name. The fulfillment you are now experiencing is real and lasting. This is the moment when the invisible becomes visible and the spiritual becomes tangible. Do not fear the future, for I am already in it, preparing the way. Your home has become a sanctuary where heaven touches earth, and every person who crosses your threshold will sense that something sacred dwells there. If you feel your story has been rewritten today, subscribe to continue walking in this light. Share this video with someone who needs a miracle in their home, and leave your testimony in the comments to inspire others. The biggest changes in a family often begin with a quiet miracle behind closed doors. You are not a spectator of this transformation. You are the necessary collaborator for heaven to manifest itself today in your own room. Just like in ancient times, a single healing in your home can activate a legacy that will bless your children and your children's children. Look at this closing carefully, because the final instruction you receive today is the missing piece to complete your restoration. When I intervene in the privacy of a home, as I did when healing the families of my closest friends, I don't seek the applause of crowds. I seek to transform the heart of the home. I have seen how, after a moment of healing, a spirit of service and gratitude emerges that changes the culture of an entire family. The peace I'm bringing into your home today isn't just for your personal comfort. It's a beacon for your neighbors and your community. They'll notice something is different under your roof. Joy where there should be despair, and hope where the world sees only endings. Your home is becoming a haven of faith, a place where the ordinary becomes sacred. Perhaps you find yourself like those sisters who mourn the loss of a loved one, confused by my timing. You may have said, if only you had arrived sooner. But my timing is not limited by natural laws or by what circumstances dictate. I am the resurrection and the life in this very instant. I ask you straight from the heart, do you believe I can bring that buried project back to life? Do you believe I can restore that marriage everyone thinks is over? I specialize in calling things that are not as though they were. Today I cry out with authority over your situation. Come out. Come out of the tomb of lack, sickness, and isolation. But I need you to participate. Remove the blinders of old mindsets. You can't walk into a new life dragging the clothes of the past. Leave behind your acceptance of defeat and your victim mentality. Because today I raise you up with a renewed purpose. Write in the comments, today I receive life and resurrection from my home. Your voice carries a spiritual weight you may not have fully grasped. As you walk through your home, you are not alone. You're exercising dominion I have given you. When you declare peace in your bedrooms or provision in your kitchen, you are activating heavenly armies. It is not a ritual. It is a spiritual battle won with truth. Protect the table in your home. Make mealtimes a moment of genuine connection, free from distractions. There, in the simplicity of sharing bread, is where the eyes of the soul open. I want to be part of your routines, from your first thought of gratitude upon waking to the deep rest you find at the end of the day. Trust that I work even while you sleep. To you, who make silent sacrifices for your loved ones. To you, father or mother, who carry the burden alone. And to you, families rebuilding from the ashes. I see you and I honor you. Nothing you have sown with love will be lost. I am in the fire with you, refining you, and you will emerge from this trial with a testimony that will impact the world. This is your divine appointment. Share this message with those who need to know their home has not been forgotten. Subscribe and turn on notifications to remain under this covering of light. Type Amen to seal this generational blessing that is being installed in your home today. And for those who wish to voluntarily support our mission to continue creating this content, the Super Thanks option is available below the video. Thank you for your generosity and for being part of this journey.